Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my one block world. It is night right now. But you know what? That doesn't matter in this one block world because everything is lit up and we're all safe except for that island. I realized while I was editing the last video that I actually didn't light this area up at all. Luckily, it's close enough to all of this to be fine. So we're good. But hi, welcome. I hope we're ready for some more adventure in my Minecraft one block world. If you don't know anything about this world, I definitely suggest checking out some of the earlier videos, but to jump right in, all you need to really know is that we started on this one singular block, and everything around here has been built from these blocks, and it just regenerates, which is awesome. And we can just infinitely keep breaking it and getting so many cool things. But everything you see around here has been built from the ground up from all of that. So that's what we've been up to the past who knows how long. I've managed to get a nice little supply of dirt, which I use to expand. And the rest, we are just kind of building and gathering materials as we see fit. This, once complete, for which we need more glass, is going to be a little home for the bees. So that has kind of currently been our main project, but we do not currently have enough glass. I think the only way we can make glass is by smelting it, which is fair. But we can make sand, and I see my villager. Well, I heal my villagers back. But how do we make sand? Sand is dirt and stone. Okay, maybe we invest in some of that. I heard the villager. There he is. I was wondering where he went off to. We haven't seen him in a while. Now, this is our wandering villager who comes and gives us interesting trades. Or I lied to you. This is Yael. Okay. And he is a visiting villager, much like our little pal over here once was. Morgan. And if I complete all the quests that Yael requests, then maybe he'd be willing to stay. So let's see, what do you want? Okay, green bed, cactus candles, well, green is cactus, and cooked salmon. Okay, these are doable. The cooked salmon is going to be the most difficult one. We've been preparing for this. The first time we had one of these villagers, we had no way of getting to candles because for that, we need beeswax, which I've been working on. We got just a little bit of it, but then we came into the issue that we had no way of accessing green dye, which is why we now have some cactus ready to go. So the number one issue right now with getting this lovely villager to stay is going to be getting fish. Now I'm gonna go trade with him for the bed first. Why not just smelt all of it? It's not like we need this. Okay. Just so that he's willing to stay. And from there on, we'll work on getting some fish. I believe we've got a couple salmon ready for us, but not nearly enough. Oh, we do have enough. Okay. Well, all my issues are getting solved today before they're even really an issue. I do want my own wandering trader though to come back at some point so that I can trade for the last fish I'm missing. But for now, it will have to do. Okay, let's grab everything we can. See if we've got any beehives over here. Okay, just this one. And let's see if we can get all of these quests done in like one go, really. What can I craft? Perfect. We need just a little bit more. And how do I make candles? That is the real question. I've never done it before. So string and honeycomb. Okay, we have access to some string. We obviously have access to honeycombs. But the most easy way of accessing both of these after I put my salmon in the smelter is simply go into the Nether, because the Nether with trades gives us string, and that is currently, I believe, our most reliable sense of getting the string, because we do have a spider farm all the way over there, but honestly it doesn't really perform as well as I'd like it to. I think the issue is that I didn't make it tall enough, so if I'm like near the area, stuff is not spawning that I want to spawn. And so it's just a little bit annoying, is the issue, I believe. But this Nether, I want to go back in here as well at some point to see if I can somehow get more blazes to spawn. I might make a separate little third island further away from everything that maybe I get blazes to spawn on. I'm not entirely too sure. Because I don't really know how to safely have blazes exist in the same area as me. But I do need blaze powder for my potioneering. So I'll have to have a think about that, unfortunately. I don't remember how much he wanted. I feel like probably 6. 6 feels like a number he'd want. Okay, let me go check in with him. We need a couple more salmon, but then I think we have everything. Oh, it was 8. Okay, we were close. I need to make 2 more, grab my last couple salmon, and then all will be well. Okay, we make 2 more. And we grab almost all the salmon we could possibly need. Let's put this back. Let's put the rest of our string in here for now. This dye can sit here as well. Perfect. I believe it was 10. There we go. And now he'll be happy. And if we give him 9 emeralds, I do believe he'll be ready to stay. You know what? We'll break these blocks. Why not? I think we deserve a little fortune adventure with these. See how many we can get. And that should do it. Okay. Need to get some mending on these tools eventually. They're not the best pickaxes in the world, but they do get their job done. And one of these days we're gonna get a little netherite upgrade template and we'll be set for life. But until we get that upgrade template, we'll just have to do with some diamond tools. I say as if that's a great strategy, but I've never in my life used netherite tools ever. So I don't actually know how useful they would be at all. There we go. And now I do believe he should be willing to stay. I feel like he shouldn't be in this boat, is my issue. There we go. You, good sir, should. There you are. Okay, and now I can give him whatever job I want. But we have a new friend. We have a new villager friend. Okay, let me actually... Maybe not a leather worker. I don't know. How do you feel about a lectern? Honestly, I might just let him do whatever he wants right now. Yeah, that'll work. And then I'll see when I actually need him for something, what I'll have him be. But for now, he can be nice and happy. I'm gonna put him in a boat because I get a little bit crazy with them all walking around all the time. Because he will also confuse me if I ever do see my villager. I'd like for, well, to be able to only see one moving villager. I know it's mine. My boat. Oh, okay. Actually, let's move him. Okay. This isn't what I was expecting to do today. Not that I had any real expectations, I won't even lie. But I didn't expect a new villager to pop in like this. And I'm happy to have him. But yeah, this is the groundwork we set up ages ago to be able to do all this, because the first time we had a villager, we couldn't keep him. Or the second time, and then the third time we got so close, but we just missed out at the end because we just didn't have enough time. And now it gets done so quickly, it's not even a big deal anymore. Which, like, looking back on all the progress we've made and how far we've come, that's actually crazy. But now we have 2 little villager friends, and life is good again. I will, like I said, want to go to the Nether to get my blaze. You know what, let's just hang out in the Nether for a little bit. The Nether is dangerous, I struggle in the Nether, but I'm still really, really curious about Nether drops and seeing if we can somehow, some way, get ourselves the upgrade templates. That's the most important thing right now. And so hopefully, if I just kill enough mobs over there, eventually it'll all work out. But I'm gonna grab a couple building blocks so I can make a separate island. that maybe I can go to for blazes or something. I don't really know. But at least then we'll have a little bit more space to work with. But yeah, I can't really think of any other way to maybe safely fight mobs out there. Maybe if I make it fully enclosed, like a box, and then they can't fly away from me either. But that just feels like I'd still be at great risk of death around every corner. But I think if I make it far enough so that this cannot be spawning at the same time as whatever I'm building, so these two are just slightly too close, I think if I do that, I'll be happier. You shouldn't be shooting at me, I'm wearing gold. Oh, but they have to be able to see the gold, I think, is the issue. Hold on. Excuse me. See my golden boots and realize I am not the enemy. Something like that. I don't really know. I'm trying to do some of this. Okay. Now, we would like this to stay bottom slab so that we're safe from spawns. And we hold down this shift like our life depends on it. Can't remember if I made the other path 3 wide. I think I will, for the sake of me not dying as often. Yeah, I think it is 3 wide. Okay. Now, we move. Okay, my shift has been toggled. This feels really wrong. I'm so used to holding down that key. So I really have to make sure in my mind I remember the key is already being held down. Because if I go to press it right now, I will unshift, and that will be even more dangerous. This is terrible. Don't change your keybinds mid-game if you're really used to them. It's a terrible idea and will just break your brain. I learned from me. Don't do as I do. Concentration right now. Okay, I think we want to be quite far away, honestly. I think so. We're using, it's gonna be 3 wide. Okay, that's too much, but I think it'll be good for us. Okay, and then I'll work on like making it safe at some later point in time because I don't have the blocks for it now. Okay. We build, and I will probably just get back to you when I've reached wherever far I want to go. You know what? You can watch me build. It's quite pleasing with the shaders. I really do like just looking into this fiery depth of nothing. Like, the overworld is already not necessarily scary, but interesting enough with it being, you know, a 1-block world. But like looking into like a clouded sky is not as impactful as looking into this fiery depth feels. So, you know, that's good. But hopefully you're all doing well. I feel like I've been learning a lot these last few videos in this world about the Nether. Now, in any version of Minecraft, at least that I've played, put me in the Nether, and it's very likely that I will suffer a terrible death, and quite a number of them. And that has, you know, been the same in this world. This world is not an exception to that. I did really struggle in the Nether at some points. But I think this world has also been really great in helping me kind of, I don't know, learn to be okay with that. I've really been enjoying playing in this Nether, and the fact that there is no land to explore. Usually as a Minecraft player I love to explore lands, but the fact that I'm kind of in control of everything I built, so I can control where mobs can and can't spawn, is kind of making it a lot easier for me to just, I don't know, learn the way the Nether works, right? So I know this entire road is safe because nothing can spawn on here. And I think when I get to the next island that I'm gonna build, what I'm gonna do is 90% of the platform is gonna be this height, so bottom slab height, where they cannot spawn. And then I'm gonna have designated little areas, right? Maybe like four by 4 blocks or something that they can spawn in, just scattered around the land. So I'm gonna limit the amount of spawns that can happen. And then it'll be safer for me to go into the land to defeat the mobs because there's only gonna be a select number of them. And while I'm in there, they can't spawn new because I'll be too close. So I think that would be a good way for me to kind of get more exposure to mobs without being overwhelmed as I am on the other island. So we'll see if that actually ends up being useful. But that I think is the idea. It's not quite, you know, the mob farm I was talking about, but I think this will allow me to get just a little bit more exposure to all the mobs and, you know, to the mob drops that I'm hoping we'll get without being overwhelmed and putting myself in terribly dangerous situations. So that at least is my idea. I don't know how far I have to be for stuff to stop spawning. I think it is quite a way away. I think it's like 3 stacks or something, and since, well, we are building this road 3 wide, it's a little while. It's like however far my spider farm is from my other mob farms. So we're here a while, but sometimes I just enjoy chatting with you all, you know? This world, for me, is such a incredible learning opportunity, but also it's one of the worlds that I started quite towards the start of my Minecraft little YouTube journey. So it's really interesting for me to see how far I've come, especially in this world, right? Because we started on 1 block and now I'm in the Nether and I've started here on 1 block as well. So it's very interesting to me to just see everything we've been able to achieve and everything we will continue to achieve in the future. Hopefully you've been enjoying the videos and you've been learning along with me. If you have also been playing in a 1 block world, hopefully you've been enjoying it. I really didn't know what to expect with this world, but I've been enjoying it immensely. And I think that's the fun of Minecraft. There's so many different ways to play and to enjoy and to learn. Just got really quiet and I can hear the wind. I think it's barely picking up, but there's some wind noises in the Nether, of course. But with the fire below me, I don't know. Maybe the Nether is a wonderful place when I'm not, you know, being absolutely killed by all the mobs here. Maybe the Nether is okay. Maybe we can all be happy. But yeah, if you have any ideas for what you want to see me do, any ideas for the Nether, for making me safer in here. I think I like my current system where I do have the barrier around stuff, so I'm not as thrown over the edge as quickly. Because that is the danger in Sky Island challenges, especially in the Nether with as many mobs. I think I have the right idea, but any tips or tricks are always very, very welcome. I think that's one of the fun parts about creating videos like this. It's just interacting with other people who are usually a lot smarter or more learned at something than me, and being able to share that knowledge and grow and learn. It's really been awesome. So hopefully you can all see how much I've grown over the episodes of this. I was trying to remember how many episodes we've been in, but I don't remember. But I have really been enjoying this world, and I think pretty soon we'll be entering our new era, because once we've conquered the Nether and we have potions at our disposal and we've got villager trading, which will be another long character building arc, because I don't know potioneering and I don't know villagers, but eventually I'll learn all of that. And after we've done all of that, we really will be quite unstoppable. And I have a feeling that there is some sort of way we can get to the end in this, because we have been trading for Eyes of Ender. And I believe we can also trade for end portals. So I think it will be really interesting in the future to see exactly what we can do with all of that. So those are my distant future plans. I don't know, you know, if there'll be an end to this world if we do the end fight and call it a day, because I think we'll always be able to continue building cool stuff in here. But I think that is, you know, a long-term plan to one day hopefully have a nice end battle if it is possible, because once again, I don't necessarily know everything that's possible in this mod. And to just learn everything we can, all the skills ever to exist in Minecraft. Okay, we're almost out of render. So I think I finish this road, and then next time we'll build the platform. And we'll see exactly what we can get up to in this new exciting Nether adventure. But I think we'll have to do some more of that in the future. Let me know if you think it's a good idea in terms of my setup to have only limited spawning areas for them so that it's a little bit more controlled and I don't get just absolutely flooded with them. And then if you have any ideas for what the mob drops might be, that's what I'm most curious for, because we know on our overworld in the mob farm we get really cool interesting mob drops. We get the regular ones of course, but every once in a while we'll get something cool and unique. And I think that's really interesting and I've really been enjoying that a lot. So I do kind of want to see if that's the same in the Nether. But for now, you know what? I think we've achieved our long road. I think next time we should be able, hopefully, to build a nice little island here and see if my ideas do actually come to work. But hopefully you did enjoy the video. I'm actually going to start running back now. This way. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully you're ready for this new chapter of Nether exploration. I'm facing my fears. I think that's the main thing. The Nether, absolutely terrifying. But building this and being able to see what I can get up to, that I think is going to be a big step towards me maybe being a little less afraid and definitely learning a lot more along the way. Before I forget, let's put my toggle mute or toggle sneak off. And you know what? We made it back. We made it back to the overworld unscathed. We're safe. We've got a lot of learning and growing to do. We do have a new villager friend. And I think I have a new found bravery. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I do always appreciate hearing from you and appreciate all of your support. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. And hopefully I'll see you again very soon in this world or the next. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.